Hey everybody, it's me again. I'm back working on my album, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about the mastering process on some of the tracks that I do. Now, when people do full-out studio albums, like a recording artist would, they normally send their mixes out to a totally different studio and do a very in-depth mastering process. I don't have that luxury because I don't have the money for that. So for my EP, I'm just doing a bunch of at-home mastering things, which is it's a very quick kind of like basics of it, but it helps a little bit. Now, the most obvious difference that anyone will hear from a mix to a master is it's just louder, but there's a bit more to it than that. So right here, you can see I've put in my mix, and the waveform looks pretty cool. And right over here is where you can see all the different things that I have on it, different plugins that are working on it. Now the first two things I have are compressors. And what you do, at least what I do, is I use a couple of them for two different reasons. One, for the fact that it's better to have more of them doing less work than one of them just doing a ton of work. It distributes how much it has to do, and it also gives different color to the sound of the recording. Different compressors will sound different. So if you play it, you can see right here the little blue that's coming shows how much it's compressing. Because this is the mastering stage, and I've done a lot of compression in the mix, and also because this recording's mostly acoustic, there's not going to be a whole lot of compression. As you can see, it's just a tiny bit, which it just helps to pull the whole mix together a little bit. So I have two compressors doing that, and then an EQ after that, which, once again, most of your heavy EQing happens in the mix, so in the mastering project, all I really do is cut the bottom end, because the first 30 hertz or so of sound is pretty much impossible for humans to hear, so you just cut it out. And then at the top, I just put a little bit of high pass, which gives a little bit of air and space to it. And I always put a small little bump at this like 325 area, because that's where my voice resonates the most, and in pop music you want the voice to be up front, so I just boost it a little bit. After that is a multi-band compressor, which allows you to take different sections of the stereo field, the frequencies, and it allows you to compress them individually. So as you can see, it's split up between 20 to 100, 100 to 500, 500 to 5,000, and 5,000 to 20,000. And in each section, you can see what's being compressed the most. This second area, I've put more compression on there because, once again, that's where my voice is, and the voice tends to be the most dynamic of anything. It fluctuates in volume the most, so compressing it helps to put it more in the same area. After that, I do a stereo spread, which not everybody does. I've talked to different people who say yes, who say no about it. I like the sound of it. What it does is it'll take these frequencies that you identify, and it'll basically spread them left, right throughout the stereo field. It's best to just keep it in the upper frequencies so you don't end up spreading your entire mix and messing that up. But I find that spreading the higher frequencies makes the mix feel like it has more room. So that's what I like to do. And last but not least is the limiter, which this is the big one that will make everything louder, basically. What you do is down here at the out ceiling, you set like a top that you want it to go to without exceeding it. And then you can crank up how loud it is. See? And what will happen is once it reaches the out ceiling, it'll stop. And that's how I master everything. So, yeah. I'll probably have a new video up soon. I'm going to give you a sneak peek into some of the artwork for the album, so stay tuned.